welcome to Mullins Over Music Podcast, episode 80. This week I have Aria Novi of Blackwater Drowning. She's the bass player and backup vocalist for the band. She's an awesome person, and we had a great chat. Continuing on our month of women in the music industry. So go ahead and check it out. And yes, I'm sick. Read the credits at the end. Welcome, everybody, to the Mullins Over Music Podcast. I'm your host, Austin Mullins, and I'm here with a special guest. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you so you can put a name to a face to a voice, depending on whether you're listening or watching. Go ahead.
Hey, my name is Aria. I am the bass player for Blackwater Drowning.
Which is such a cool band.
Thanks.
And you guys do very well. Funny enough, I've never seen you guys live, though.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have
I
to
live
change.
in North Carolina, but I'm lame. I don't go out very much.
Me neither, honestly. Same.
Yeah. So, of course, we have our first two questions, the most important ones. The first one is the fun fact question. I like to think of this, you've kind of been preparing for this your whole life, believe it or not. In elementary school, middle school, high school, you know how when you'd go to a new class, they'd be like, stand up, say your name, state a fact. That was all in preparation for this podcast. You didn't know it, they didn't know it, but I knew. I had that precognition. I brought that question into the world so it can be used for my podcast.
Okay.
So give me a fun fact about yourself.
Well, it's oddly enough that you talk about as children. So I'm actually sitting next to a fun fact that would be something that you might very much bring to class with you. So I'm just going to shift my camera here so that you can see that I really love Godzilla.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've got lots of Godzilla figurines and stuff.
Mecha Godzilla.
Yep. I have a young nephew. He's 7. I've been introducing him to Godzilla, starting with the old stuff. So, yeah, that's probably the most fun thing about me.
Okay. What's your favorite Godzilla film?
That's hard.
Give me one of your top 3. Just give me one of the top 3. You don't have to put them in a specific order.
Well,
old school.
Okay, old school. Revenge of Godzilla is great. It's
that is a good one.
Yeah, it's very kitschy. It's funny. I think the time that it's made is a funny time for movies. But I will say, like, new stuff, the Minus You was incredible.
I hear that it's great. I still haven't watched it yet, but I will eventually when I have time to sit down and actually focus on a movie. I don't like what I love movies, but I feel like I want to give them the time of day. I want them to have a special time for me to actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen it yet.
I agree, especially the ones you're looking forward to. They get put off because you're like, I want to really have the time to focus, and then all of a sudden you're like, well, man, that was like a year ago.
Yeah, unlike Return to Silent Hill, that didn't deserve that didn't deserve the first 10 minutes that I watched.
That's a bummer.
So I'm gonna be complaining about that for the next 2 weeks probably. My buddy told me not to go see it, but I was like, you know what? I want to see if it's as bad as he really says it is. It is.
Now I'm more curious than ever, so now I'm gonna go see it.
Maybe you should. Pyramid Head's in there for all of a minute.
That's sad.
Then that's it. I don't remember him ever showing up at any other point in the film except for the one time.
Well,
yeah. No.
Nope.
Okay, so our second most important question is the fun question. Now, I've got a couple here, but I think this one is pretty interesting. What is the worst color that was ever invented, in your opinion?
Man, I don't really worst color. There's like this shade of brownish yellow. It's not ochre. It's more yellow than that. It's almost like a brownish gold.
Okay.
And I don't like it. I don't mind it used contextually in a painting, but
Mhm.
just by itself to look at it, I don't know. It just looks like baby diarrhea or something. I don't love it.
Yeah, that
So,
that is a
but I
good.
don't know the name of it, so I it's hard to quantify, right?
I think I know what you're talking about, though.
You know what I'm
I
talking about?
think I have an idea.
It's not ochre. It's some other color that's closer to gold, but it still looks bleh.
Yeah, no, I think I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Cool.
Yeah, it's not a good color.
No, it's only good in like certain kinds of paintings where you're using it kind of to contrast maybe like a red or a turquoise or you're just bringing out shadows, like then it's fine. But
Yeah.
if you just look at it, it's like I don't like it. So
Yeah. Okay. I like that answer.
okay.
Let's move on to some music questions. That's what we're all here for anyways. So I like this question. It's a fun one. I call it the origin story. I like to think of it as your personal superhero origin story in the music context.
Okay.
So take me back as far back as you want. I had somebody tell me about remembering when they were in the womb. So,
Okay.
if
Okay.
go as far back as you want to,
Okay. Okay.
and really connect the dots for us. What got you into music? What got you to where you are now? Just bring us up to speed.
Well, so oddly enough, I come from a long line of saxophone players on both sides of my
Okay.
parents' family. Yeah, my dad was a sax player. He played with some really successful bands back in the day. He played with Bruce Springsteen. He played with
Oh,
Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes. Yeah, so he's not here anymore. His name was Carlo Novi. But also, my mother's dad was a sax player, so lots of sax players. But also, I think watching my dad be a musician and him struggling with the artist life that I saw, which was your usual drug abuse, alcohol abuse, all of that. It's a difficult
yeah.
life to live. I was bound and determined that I was not going to become a musician. Not doing it. I was like, that looks really rough. I don't want to have a rough life. Um, and so in my mid 20s, my little sister, who has a different father entirely, does
Okay.
not have a musician father or anything, she decided she was going to have a band. She was like 15, 16,
Yeah.
and she just could not keep a bass player. They just was like a revolving door of it. And I was like, well, that doesn't look all that hard. I could probably just learn your songs and I'll fill in for you or whatever. And as soon as I started doing that, I realized that this was it's like a switch inside me that had been off and it just got turned on. And I was like, oh, I can't not play music. This is something I have to do. Um, and I had little kids at the time. I was like, I don't have time for this, and I just made time and
Yeah.
I did it. And I just fell in love with playing bass specifically. I just didn't know it was in there. So that's my origin story. I started a little later in life than I think your average person would. But I'm glad that I did start. Like, it's definitely enriching. I did stop once for almost 10 years um, when I got married to my ex-husband and was really miserable the whole time that I wasn't playing music. So, yeah. So I'm glad to be doing it.
Yeah. Well, that hey, that's a great origin story. I like it.
Okay.
Let, let's let's go ahead and talk about this. What gear you rocking? I know you like your gear. I can tell. So go ahead. Let's move the gear talk to the front. I want to hear. Let me hear
Okay.
what all you got.
Okay. So I I switch gear up a lot. I'm always kind of like searching for, you know what it really is way back in the day when I first started playing bass, I first started listening to death metal. Back when I first started listening to death metal, I was just so taken with Alex Webster from Cannibal Corpse. I just thought he had an incredible texture. Obviously, his technique is incredible, but the texture of the sound of his bass was great. And I ended up talking to him one on one, and I asked him. I said, "Well, what do you recommend for your sound?" And he said, "Well, I play modulus because he's like, I wanted to play Spectre, but they didn't want to endorse me. He's like, so I play modulus. And I was like, all right. And so I got a Spectre, and it was okay. It wasn't exactly right, and I have dabbled here and there, but I recently did get an older modulus Q5.
Okay.
Uh, and they're expensive. Like they're not cheap.
Yeah.
I traded two guitars, or I sold two guitars to get that bass. Um
Okay.
and I love it. I love it. I recently upgraded. So my gear is a little different because the band we run like an X32
Yeah.
in ears and all that kind of stuff going on. So we don't have a lot of need for um stage amps and that sort of a thing,
Yeah.
cabinets. We have pedals that just direct, like it's all that.
Yeah.
It's not it's keeping up with keeping up and doing the thing that's easiest
Yeah, of course.
for everyone. But I do have a FRFR cabinet that I got recently. That's a Laney.
Okay.
um and it is, because I do like to have some stage sound, because I feel
Yeah.
like bass, it's not even just sound, it's almost just feeling, like
Yeah.
feeling the warmth of, I don't know, the sound waves behind you. Like I just like it there. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, and it's incredible. Like it sounds like a tube amp with a nice cabinet. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
weird what science has done. So
Yeah.
I have that, and then I recently got a dark glass pedal
Okay.
for, emplacement amp.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's where I'm at. And I am on the search for a fretless modulus Q5, because I like to have both. I like to have fretted and fretless. Right
Yeah.
now I have a fretless. So
Okay.
yeah, that's my
I
stuff.
like that. Hey, that's good stuff right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, I knew you were wanting to talk about gear. I could tell. I could just tell. Well, let's talk about the music some. So, uh, how do I want to do this? Let's start with this question. What
Okay.
is your favorite song that you guys have done, and your least favorite song that you guys have done?
Um, okay.
'Cause let's be honest, even if you love all the songs on a tier list, there's one at the top and there's going to be one at the bottom.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Um, so we I feel like, honestly, and probably most musicians say this, but every time you have like new material, like it's your new favorite stuff.
Fair
Um,
enough.
so we've actually already released this song from the new album as a single, but it's called Eye of the Storm. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to check it out yet? It's got a little
Yeah, I have.
video with it that was done by Garrett with Black Plate. Did a great job. It's a one take video. That whole thing is just done in one take. So yeah, but I really like that song. I It's strong, but it's also
I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's
it's
like
it's it, it's sinewy. It winds. It's
Yeah.
almost like snaky, you know. Um,
Yeah. No, I
I
know
I
exactly what
enjoy.
you're saying.
Yeah, I enjoy it. So it just feels good to play. So that's definitely my current favorite. My least favorite. Um,
You're gonna give us a good one, I can tell.
um, there is a song off one of our older albums called "Ruthless." That an old member, an old guitar player we had a way back. He like brought us some riffs, and then we just kind
Yeah.
of like, you want to include everybody always. He
Yeah,
wasn't
of
like a
course.
real riff master kind of a guy. So we worked with it, and we made it, I think, the best that we could make it. But
Okay.
it was just really repetitive, and it didn't like, it had like a groove that was almost just like pretentious. Does that make sense? It's
Ah,
like when
no.
somebody
Yeah.
doesn't actually feel groove, so they just emulate the thing that they think that groove is,
Yeah.
but it's
No, I
not.
know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so every time I played it, I was just like, ugh, I hate this so much. So I'm glad we don't play that song
I was
anymore.
gonna say, I'm guessing you don't play that song
We don't play that
anymore.
song anymore. That guy was not a cool guy. Turned out he was like not a good person. So we gave him the boot. And we're like, can we retire that song now? And everybody was like, yes.
They're
So
like, please. You're like, please, yes, let's get rid of it.
get it out of here. Yeah.
Okay. I respect that. I respect getting rid of a song like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's expand from that a little bit.
Okay.
What is the writing process usually like? Don't don't take me like, well, we get in this. Take me from an initial idea. Who comes up with the idea? How do you all contribute, and how does it come out as a fully fledged song to the world?
Okay. Yeah, I think that our process is maybe a little bit unique in that we bring our drummers in right away. Um,
Okay. That is very interesting.
Yeah. So we always have our drummers to be an integral part of the writing process. I think that's important. They bring, I mean, maybe that's just me as a percussionist also, but I think it's important that you get that rhythm going,
Yeah.
that deeper rhythm and that foundation from the beginning. And drummers are actually great musicians. They have great ideas musically. They listen. Some of the people or the musicians that I know that are the biggest music fans are drummers. They are
Yeah.
just, they get really into focusing on music and all of that. And so they always have great ideas. But so basically, what it'll look like from the very beginning is our riffy boys, our guitar players, Ron and Jeremy, will
Yeah.
kind of, they'll noodle a little bit. They'll come up with a riff that they like. They'll share it. They'll be like, "What do you guys think of this riff?" And we'll be like, "Yeah, we like that. Let's do something with it." And then uh, we'll have everybody come over to my house. Jeremy and I are together in the same house, so we'll everybody come
Yeah.
over here and we'll sit down. We've got an electronic kit. We'll have the drummer sit down and kind of we'll just start fleshing stuff out.
Okay.
Um, I'm uh, probably, well, I'm ADHD, so like I'll kind of wander
Fair
around.
enough.
I can't sit there while everybody's writing because I just get really like cagey. So I'll kind of like
Yeah.
bop around and I'll listen to what's going on, and then I'll shout out an idea or something.
Yeah. I like that.
The usually like Jeremy and Ron and our drummer will sit and they'll just sit there, and then I'll just kind of
Okay.
like bopping around. Um, and yeah, and so then we'll get it pretty fleshed out. We'll bring Morgan in. Um, we'll start, we'll bring her in as we're getting closer, maybe like 75% towards a final version, and have her start like feeling the music. She'll usually start writing. Um, yeah, and that's pretty much the process.
I
It's a
like it.
it's a full band effort. Like every single
Yeah.
person has a say, not only in the writing of the song, but in what they themselves will be doing as a musician. So it's fun.
Yeah, I like that. That is a very unique way of doing it, but I also appreciate how unique it is. Does make your song sound pretty cool.
Thanks.
Now, let's expand from sort of just the band and let's expand a little further. Give me five influences, but here's the twist. Three of them are musical and two of them are non-musical.
Okay. 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 I like that. I will say so musically, um, these are probably weird. Um, um, a big fan of the Pixies.
Okay.
Yeah, they definitely have made an impact on me as a musician. I feel like I'm just telling you my three favorite bands.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so Pixies and Jane's Addiction.
Okay.
Yeah, uh, both of those bands were very influential for me. I think also growing up at the time that I grew up, um, music was very bass forward. Um,
Yeah.
get to hear a lot of bass like back in the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then I don't know, probably Duran Duran.
Okay.
Uh,
I can see that.
yeah, yeah, it's it's not I don't have a lot of like I really enjoy listening to metal, but I there aren't that many metal bands where I can say that it influences me from a choices perspective, the choices that I make as a bass.
Yeah.
Um and you might hear that in the music. I don't know if it comes through or not. But if we were talking metal, I really enjoy Beyond Creation, um, and probably the Faceless, like metal wise. But they're not at the top of my influences. They are just in that. If we were specifically speaking like metal genre, they're at the top of that genre.
Okay. That makes sense.
Um, and then non musical influences. So I guess this is probably just talking about like influences to my character, maybe.
Yeah,
So
you can take it however you want.
yeah,
I think there's influences to you personally, but I feel like outer influences that aren't necessarily musical can influence your
yeah.
music, whether it be you playing live or you know, just the way you approach something,
Because
stuff like that.
I've never really thought of things as influencing me. I always am kind of looking for things that I connect with. So I feel like there are, you know, things about me as a person that are not entirely similar to other people that I encounter on a day-to-day basis. So I kind of am out there looking for things that I do identify with. So I will say I love movies, but two of my favorite directors that I feel a kinship towards are David Lynch
Okay.
and Terry Gilliam. I think that Terry Gilliam has a mind that is both dark and whimsical, and
Yeah.
which I relate to. And then David Lynch, I think, um, creates a space between the spaces kind of reality
Yeah.
that appeals to me. So those would be my non-musical influences, I think. Yeah.
I like that.
And Godzilla
Of course.
and Mothra.
I love it. Well, since we're on the topic, what's your favorite Godzilla kaiju?
Mothra. It's got to be Mothra. I know, like, there are many that I love. I love King Ghidorah. I love Rodan. I love Gigan, but Mothra is, I don't know, like, she's guardian of the galaxy, protector of peace. Like, she's
Yeah.
just wonderful and selfless, and I love her little twinsy girls.
Yeah,
Like, it's just she's just fun. So
I like it. Well, let's dig a little deeper and kind of go into your we're gonna kind of dig deep into what Spotify or whatever you use. I
okay.
call this your guilty pleasures in music. Now, don't think of it as stuff you're embarrassed people to know that you listen to, unless you are embarrassed to let people know that you listen to something. In that case, I do need to hear that because that'd be hilarious. But more of things that people just don't expect you to listen to. Like, are you secretly a Swiftie? Something like that.
No, I don't really enjoy pop music that much. I
Very
am
fair.
not, yeah, I'm not like a big fan of like major three chord stuff. Like it's just I like a
Yeah,
little darkness. I like some minor stuff,
of course.
bigger minor stuff, but I really enjoy industrial music. So like I really like Frontline Assembly. Um I like Ministry a lot. Like dark goth industrial, that kind of stuff. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of bands like that people would know. I don't want to be like, oh, I really like Coil and Nurse with Wound because nobody knows who that is. But like
That's the
KMFDM.
ones I want to hear though.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean I love Coil. I love KMFDM. I just really like that music. I think it's nostalgic for me. I definitely was into it as a teenager. I don't think there's anything I'm embarrassed to listen. I don't really have any shame. I'm not really embarrassed of myself or what I like.
Yeah, of course.
But also, I just like music, you know, for what it is. So maybe
Yeah.
I'm listening to Busta Rhymes, or maybe I'm listening to The Kinks.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm listening to,
Buster Rhymes. What a throwback.
yeah. I love blues. I love jazz. I love the weirdness of jazz. Like yesterday, I was listening to Persian jazz, which was really cool.
That does sound pretty sick.
I didn't even know that was a thing, and it just like popped up on my YouTube, and I was like, yes.
See, I think at this point, I think the world has told me the past 2 or 3 weeks that I need to write a jazz album. So
Yeah,
I think I gotta do it at this point.
do it. Do it.
You should
Yes.
you should play bass for it.
I will. I will.
Okay.
So like have you ever heard of a band called Clowncore?
Yes. I
Okay. So
love them. They're hilarious.
I love them too, and they did some touring a couple years ago, and I was trying to follow them like they were the Grateful Dead. Like I
Yeah.
was so because I've been into them for so long, and I was so excited, and so I went and saw them in New York City, and then I saw them again
Okay.
in Boston. But
Okay.
like they're both jazz musicians, the two.
Yes. I believe one's in Snarky Puppy, isn't he?
I don't know. I I don't. I don't follow like musicians that well. I should. I'm just like not like a factoid person.
That's
Um,
fair.
but yeah, they're both jazz musicians, and if you really like listen to it, like it comes across. People just
Yeah.
go, "Oh, they're noise or they're weird or whatever," and I'm like, "Well, yes, they are all of that, but they are also very accomplished musicians, and you can hear it in their time signatures and their choices." And so, yes, write that jazz album. Do it, Austin.
Oh yeah. Um, it says that the drummer is a part of he's a drummer, keyboardist, bassist, singer in the independent electronic jazz funk duo Knower, and he's speculated to be a member of Clowncore.
Yes, so they won't admit who they are, but we all know who they are.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, but they don't admit it, and it's fine. It's
We,
it's fine. I like the mystery.
oh yeah. I think they need a new album.
Yes, it's time, right?
Yeah,
God,
they they make such good music and it's so ridiculous,
it's
but
great.
simultaneously ext like the avant-gardeness is what makes it so good.
I dragged my 72-year-old mother out to one of those shows that I went to. I was like, come on, you're coming. Because she lived in the town where I was seeing them. And I was like, come on, I'm taking you with me. She loved it. It was a
Good.
great time. Yeah.
Hey, as if she can enjoy it, then I believe anybody can enjoy it.
Hmm. Yeah.
And they're so damn funny.
Yeah. No, they're a blast.
I've shown it to people and people are like, "This is strange, but why do I like it?"
Because it's fun. Because it's fun. And I mean, I'm
It
not gonna
is musical.
it's very musical and it doesn't take itself too seriously. And I'm just not a big fan of music or artists that take themselves too seriously. Um, I do like some capriciousness with my art.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying like make everything farcical or whatever, but
No.
I do like to see people having fun with their art. So, like for
Yeah.
me, Clown Court is a really good representation of that.
Yeah. 100%. I have this mindset with the music I write. If I sit there and I listen to it and I'm either smiling by the end of it or I've done laughed my ass off at it for one reason or another, just because it's, when you feel like something's good and you just can't help but laugh at it.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I get one of if I get one or both of those emotions, it's good.
Hmm. I agree.
However, if I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yeah, then maybe it's not ready yet.
Yeah. Sometimes like too much seriousness can be boring to me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I
Well,
like my art to be an escape. I think stuff is
yeah,
yeah, the world is a bit serious. Things are a bit hard, so I like my art to kind of take me to a place that feels a little better than
yeah,
every day. Yeah.
I like that. Well, we're gonna move on to one of the cool sections of the podcast. I call this the semi-rapid fire questions because unfortunately, that's a sick cut, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I was like, wait a second, I know that.
No, I'm just a whim.
Well, as I was saying, uh, with musicians, it's not really rapid fire, no matter how fast I try to make it go.
Okay.
So we're just gonna have fun with it.
All right.
This question is always a fun one. What's something you're still learning about yourself as an artist?
I'm still learning to allow myself to make decisions that are not based in what um and being concerned that the people that perceive me might have opinions about the choice I've made. So I don't know what's a quick way to say that. Just like making choices musically that are just what I feel are the correct choice and not worrying about whether someone's going to be like, well, I wonder why they did that. Maybe they did that because they can't do anything else. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that idea of being perceived and being criticized. The internet has become a place where people have become cruel, intentionally cruel,
yeah,
cruel just to be cruel. So, you know what? I can't worry about it, but it is a hard thing to make that little voice in your head be quiet and be like, "You shut up. I want to do this because this is what I want to do, and I don't care what the internet says about that choice." So that's I'm working on that. But I think I'm working on it successfully. So
yeah. Okay, I like that. Well, this next question is a fun one. Uh, these next two sort of go hand in hand. What is a song that you wish you wrote by anybody? It could be anybody in the world. I always do Phil Collins's "In the Air Tonight."
yeah. Oh my God.
It's a great
Right.
song, and you get a good paycheck with it. So,
Oh, whew. A song I wish I wrote. Maybe Girls on Film by Duran Duran. That's a good.
ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Anything by Duran Duran, you could get a decent paycheck from too.
Right? Yeah, but paychecks aside,
But it's just that song in general is just really good.
yeah. I kind of wish I'd written the entirety of Primus's Green Naugahyde album and maybe also the Brown album.
Okay. You know what? To
Those are
add on to that, I wish I had written the entirety of the Willy Wonka record because it's just so out there, and it is my favorite Primus record. I wish they would play it live in full.
They should. Maybe they will.
Maybe do that and then the Desaturated Seven as like a separate one.
I have those books. I'm looking at them right now. I have both of those books of the Desaturated Seven. Yeah, they're right there. But yeah, maybe Les will watch this interview and say, you know what, that's a really good idea. I should play that album in its entirety.
He needs to come on here
Yeah, come on,
on this podcast
make a
and
habit.
explain himself
Yeah, explain
because he makes some strange choices that I'm like, this makes so much sense and simultaneously no sense at all. And I gotta ask the questions. We gotta know
we need to know. We need the answer.
what go. Did you ever see when he tried out for Metallica?
I did. Yes. Isn't that wild? I'm so glad he didn't get that because who knows if we would have gotten from him what we did end up getting from him, which is much better, I
Oh yeah.
think.
I mean, he had already been doing Primus for a little bit, but we wouldn't have got the cool Primus records we have now,
Yeah, no,
like
because
the
he would have
newer
been
ones.
busy. He would have
Yeah,
been too busy to do all of that. Yeah. So
they said he was too good.
that can happen, and he was. That's not
Yeah,
they didn't need that. I mean, they need a good bass player, but they didn't need Les Claypool good, you know.
yeah, and I think Rob Trulio,
He's great.
he's perfect for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Trujillo
And
is a wonderful, wonderful musician, and he's right where he should be. I think it's
oh,
great.
one
Yeah.
thousand percent.
Yeah.
Now this next question kind of goes back to, your music. What is a song that just didn't make the cut? Like give me an interesting song that didn't make the cut for you guys and why.
Think that we have ever thrown a song away.
Okay.
Um, we have always been able to salvage, even if something got a little like, eh, we've always been able to take the strongest riffs from that and just rework it.
Okay.
Um, so I don't think anything's ever died. I will say what we fail at abysmally is we keep trying to do cover songs just for fun, like
Yeah.
include a cover song at a show because people like that, right? People like that and play somebody else's song
I mean,
occasionally.
I
But
don't like it, but
we never do it. We have a list of songs. We have and you make them a little bit your own. You don't just
yeah.
flat out play them or whatever. But we have a list of them. We've worked on them a little bit, but we get so engrossed in writing new stuff and our stuff we're always writing that it's like we just never want to take the time to be like, let's play this song that's already written. So, but we will. We've got a couple that we will eventually get to. But yeah, we've never had a song where we were just like, that's garbage, throw it away. Um, we we
Okay.
we've been lucky in that regard, I think.
That's good. Now, the way I see cover songs is I don't in my opinion, I don't like watching bands play cover songs.
Really? Yeah, I don't either.
I don't even like playing cover songs all that much, but I will put one to appease the audience, just be like,
Right,
here you go. Here's
right.
something for you that you know. It's
Right. They get
fine.
excited. They get excited.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe they're playing this, whatever." And when we always pick songs that you might like, our list of songs are not songs that you would expect us to cover. It's not like we're covering like Killswitch Engage or something.
Although that would be sick too.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll do it. It'll happen. But
Okay.
yeah, that's our Achilles heel.
Rage Against the Machine is usually my go-to if I'm gonna throw a cover song in there, just because they're groovy. People like them.
Powerful.
And I hope people punch each other in the face when they listen to it.
Yep.
And then they'll stay around because now they're on the floor, they can't go anywhere.
Right. No, it's hard to get away. You have to wait until the EMTs show up. I mean,
Exactly.
that's the
So
whole
you're stuck
process.
listening to the
Yeah.
music.
Captive audience.
Oh yeah. Eh, Killing in the Name always hypes people up for some
Mhm.
reason. It
Well,
is.
the message is great, but like, aside from the message, like it's just powerful music. It's just meant to make you move, make you stand
Yeah.
up like, yeah.
Now, let's expand to the music genre, music as a medium as a whole. What is a music trend right now that you just don't understand? Now, mine is 8-track cassettes making a comeback. I don't understand why we're bringing back 8-track cassettes. Bring back regular cassettes. Vinyl's cool. CDs are cool. We're not bringing back laser discs. Why are we bringing back 8-track cassettes?
I think so. This is what I think. I think that the kids have had really just about enough of technology. Like they use it, but I think that they want to connect in a way that feels more um grounded. And I
Yeah.
think that they're just looking to, I mean, besides the fact that it's like, oh, what is this weird thing? How does this work? And it's, for them it's new, it's different, it's an experience, right? So it's experience for them, even though logically it doesn't make any sense because it's not a better way to listen to music.
No, it is not.
um I remember when that was something that was in all the cars, and it's not a great sound.
No.
um but I like that the kids are reaching for things that are not the status quo. I mean, it'll come and it'll go. It's not like 8 tracks are
Yeah.
going to be here to stay. um
Thank God. No, I'm just
but right, yeah,
kidding.
yeah. But trend wise, I'm gonna have to go with, I do not like this AI music or AI
Yeah.
any kind of art. That is really concerning for me. That
$1,000%.
people are just writing songs with artificial intelligence, is horrifying. And the fact that people can't tell when they're listening to songs that are written by artificial intelligence
Yeah.
is horrifying. And and people are going to start there. You're going to see, I think you're going to see this take off more, especially in the realm of like paying gigs. Like, I need a jingle, or I need an intro for my cool podcast, or, whatever it is. And instead of going to a musician and saying, hey, can you write this for me? Or like, WWF, instead of being like, hey, I need somebody to write this intro music for this wrestler, they're going to go to AI and
Yeah.
they're going to do it that way. And then they're just stealing from all of the musicians,
Yep.
because that's where it comes from. And so that
And we
is
don't
my
make enough money as musicians anyway. So what you trying
nothing.
to steal what $5 that we get? Come on.
Yeah,
At
no, it's
least
garbage.
let me buy my McChicken. Jesus.
Right, right. Just give me something, man. This guitar cost me $5,000. Pay me
Yep.
something. But yeah. So that's my least favorite trend. I don't love it. I even see musicians utilizing it sometimes.
Yeah.
I won't say who, but I do know of some like really, really, really prolific musicians that are playing around with it, and it's a bummer. It bums me out. So I hope it, like many trends, goes off into the ether
Yeah.
sooner rather than later.
AI is just one of those things where I can see where it will be useful in certain fields, but in a creative field, when you're using that and stripping away everything that makes something that's creative, you eventually, it's like you remember that quote from The Incredibles, when everybody's super, no one will be super.
I've never seen that movie, but that's exactly right. And it's also, I would venture to say that it's almost the opposite. When no one is super, there will be no supers. And
Yeah.
that's what's going to happen is it's going to kill or it's going to attempt to kill art. Well, art will never die. Will always be there doing it. But if AI starts to suffuse the arts, nobody's going to feel things anymore because there's
Yeah.
nothing to be felt inside of artificial intelligence in the realm of the arts. So it'll be no super for nobody.
It's like when if anybody can do it, then it's not really anything special anymore.
It's
Like
not.
musicians are musicians because of the time, the effort, you know, the creativity that they put. And if anybody could do it, then we wouldn't have the industries that we have today. If
Right.
anybody could just go out and direct a movie, then we wouldn't have Steven Spielberg or any of these other people.
Right.
Not saying that anybody could attempt it, but you have to put in the time and the effort and the creativity. And if you don't have to put in any of that stuff, what's the point?
I mean, you have to put in even so much more than that, and it's you. You have to put yourself in it, right? Like
Yeah.
it's vulnerable. You're exposed. It's your blood, it's your soul, it's your spirit, it's your heart in there, and that's what kind of is mind-boggling to me is when people can't tell that they're looking at or listening to AI art. I know right away because I'm like, oh, that feels like what um crackers taste like. Saltless crackers.
Yeah.
Like that's why there's no feeling there. It's just bleh. But some people don't know, they can't tell the difference, and that's where I think where we have the problem is those people don't see the value maybe
Yeah.
in real art. So we'll see what happens.
Here's how I know if it's AI music. I think of that 2020 album by the band Red Declaration, and if I feel like it sounds like that, then it's AI. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know it. I'll have to look it up now.
So that album, I feel like I give it such a bad I give it so much shit. And it's not that bad, but when I initially listened to it, I was like, I don't like this album at all. I think it's the mix, honestly, that I don't like about it. I feel
That's a
like it may
shame.
be extremely thin. Because Red's a
That's a
good
shame.
band. They make great songs, but that album I was just like, I can't listen to this. This feels
Mm.
I was like, this is either A, soulless, they didn't put any effort into it, but I didn't listen to it enough of it to tell you whether it was soulless or not. Or the mix is just so thin, I feel like I'm missing the substance.
I mean, that's valid. Sometimes a choice happens in production that isn't the choice that a band would have made, but it gets pushed out there, and then you listen back to it and you go, "Oh no, well, what are you gonna do? It's too late." And that's
Yeah.
where you can just come out later and you can be like, "Oh, remixed, remastered."
Yeah, exactly. I respect the band. No ill will toward the band. I'd love to have them on so I can ask them about that album.
Yeah.
Um, but some people make some bad decisions that hurt a record.
Yep. Yeah,
That was one of them.
and not malevolently. I just think like sometimes it's they are saying, "Well, this is what everybody's doing right now, and we should do that," and it's just not a great thing that's everybody's doing. And or sometimes they say that, but it's just not what's right for that particular album.
Yeah,
And so they do it with the best of intentions, and then you just end up with bad choices. So it's hard.
yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else to think about that. I'm gonna give it a listen, and maybe I'll have a different opinion on it, but at the current moment,
Well,
that's
I have not heard it at all, so I'm going to give it a listen as well.
yeah, let me
And then
know
I'm
what
going
you
to
think
message you
about
and
it.
be like, "You're crazy. This is great." No.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely let me know your opinion on that when you listen to it.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Now, this question's a fun one. What is a dream collaboration for you? Besides coming on the podcast and doing this, I know this was
I
your
know this is
dream come true.
tops. I don't know about topping this one. No, I'm having a great time. But
Thanks, I appreciate
so
it.
I am. Oh, you know what? I should have. Well, this person's a musician. You know what? So I am a huge fan of Mike Patton. Do you know who that is?
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
do know who Mike Patton is.
I am a huge fan of him. He is incredibly talented. Aside from vocally, where he has, to me, in my opinion, the biggest range of ability of, I mean, I don't know any vocalist that can do more than he does and as well, and you
Yeah,
can evidenced, you can hear him. He's got a Latin American album that he sings on. He's got his work he did with Dillinger.
Mr.
That was
Bungle.
Yeah, Mr. Bungle's great, but he also did that 4-song album with Dillinger, Escape Plan, which is incredible if you haven't heard that.
Love
But
Dillinger.
yeah, but he also composes scores for movies,
Okay.
and they're very good. They're dark and they're creepy and they're weird, which I think you would probably expect from Mike Patton.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I mean, it would cost a gajillion dollars, I'm sure, to be like, hey, can you do something on our album? But I would die. Like,
Oh,
it
yeah.
would be so cool to have him guest on something. Um, who else?
He'll be in Columbia, South Carolina on April 18th.
Really?
It's current. It looks like the tickets are about the cheapest one I see right now is $81.
Okay, that's worth it.
It's the
But
Avett Brothers and Mike Patton feature present Avett Patton.
oh, you know what? One of my very, very dear friends is a huge Ava Brothers fan. I am not.
Oh, it's
I,
Avett. My bad.
I don't know. I could be wrong. That's how she says it. Um,
She's probably right.
yeah, I ran into them by accident one time in Columbia. Was just
Oh,
going to a million years ago before they were big.
yeah.
I went into Manifest Music back when it was only in Columbia, so I'd have to drive from like Charlotte down like 2 hours to Columbia,
Yeah.
and they were there doing like a signing, but nobody was there, and I felt bad, so I went over and said hi to them. So that was like probably 35 years ago. But yeah, probably about 35 years. But yeah, I don't know if I would go see that. I love Mike Patton, but I don't know that I would enjoy that per se. I don't know.
That's fair. I
I don't
mean, when
know.
was the last time he toured with Faith No More, Mr. Bungle? It's been
Oh,
a
I,
while, hasn't
I
it?
don't know. I don't know. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing Tomahawk. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be very cool. I don't know. He does whatever he wants to do, and that's
Oh
another cool
yeah.
thing about Mike Patton is he does the project that he feels like doing when he feels like doing it.
I respect that honestly.
Me
And,
too.
and he's put in the effort over the past what 35 years or 40 years how since he was a baby probably. Uh,
Hmm.
he's been putting in that effort so he deserves it for all the stuff he's done. Especially, coming into the Spotify era. All those bands that started like up until I'd say like right before 2010. If they are still successful to this day to where music is the only thing they do, I respect that they made the transition.
That's a grind. That's a hustle. Yeah, I mean, you got to be willing to
That's a loss
like,
of revenue.
yeah, but you got to be ready to like, juke and jive and like be like, okay, well now they're doing this, we got to do this. I think that's also so. I think it's a combination of being open-minded to how things are changing without compromising your integrity, and also it's important that you choose the right kind of support people
Yeah.
to help you
Yeah.
navigate it. Um, so good choices.
Oh yeah. We need a new Mr. Bungle record. That's all
Hmm.
I have to say.
Yeah.
It would be interesting and I want it to be just wackier than they usually are.
Yes. Just take it up a level. I think we could really
Yeah.
do that right now.
I think a Mr. Bungle Weird Al Yankovic Primus triple way crossover would be the funniest thing ever. Make it the most avant-garde, like off the wall funky shit ever.
Dude, I would love that. I would be very into that. I would,
I think 1000% we need that now.
yeah, I would follow them around the country.
Oh yeah. Now, this one's a fun one. Do you have any pre or post show rituals? Mine is go to the bathroom right before we go
Got
on
to,
stage.
got to. Yeah, I got to.
I don't want to be thinking about that for 30 minutes to an hour.
No, just be safe. It's always better to be safe. I used to play, and I think that's common with a lot of things. Like I used to play roller derby, and everybody would go to the bathroom before they did that. And even like I think any kind of performance art, you just want to run to the bathroom first. Just better safe than sorry. Um, rituals. I warm up my voice. Is that
Okay.
I guess that's a normal thing, right?
Yeah, of course.
I warm up my voice. I make myself a container of throat coat tea just to make sure that nothing's dry.
Okay.
Keep everything healthy.
Yeah.
Um, I, I used to my rituals used to be get a beer, drink a beer, get a beer for stage, and then drink a beer after the set. But I quit drinking like 3.5 years ago. Um,
Okay.
so so I don't know, since I did that, I don't really have much of a that was like my
You
ritual.
got a water before, a water during, and a water after now.
Yeah, multiple drinks. I usually have like a seltzer, a regular water, some tea, and like, maybe a non-alcoholic beer if they have one.
Yeah,
I am definitely one of those like have 4 or 5 drinks, different
of
drinks,
course.
all the time kind of person. Um, but no, not too much. I mean, I spend a lot of time, you know, at the merch table,
Yeah.
so hang out there a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing weird. I should do one, right? I should do something weird. I should have some kind of weird ritual that I do, like where I just like,
Yeah.
like get a chicken and dance with it and shake it
Yeah.
around.
I, you should get a rubber chicken and like squeeze it
I actually
really loudly
I
before this.
love rubber chickens.
Have you seen the ones that are like 2.5, 3 feet tall?
Yes. I love rubber chickens. People buy me rubber chicken stuff a lot for Christmas. Somebody got me rubber chicken earrings that
That's awesome.
I wear them, but I love them. I painted a rubber chicken painting for my brother for his birthday. Have crosses in its eye, like fire, like
Yeah.
like a hellish one. Yeah, I love rubber chickens. It's probably weird, but that's a good
No,
idea. Big
I,
rubber
I
chicken,
I
free
love it.
free show ritual.
Now this is a new question I've started asking. So
Okay.
you're the third person to get this question. Uh I phrase this as what music would this celebrity or character listen to? And
Okay.
I think we have to do Godzilla. What give me three different songs or artists that you think Godzilla would listen to?
I think Godzilla would definitely listen to like lo-fi house music.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could see that.
I think he would be into it. Yeah. Cause he's got to chill, man. He's got like when he does get up and do stuff, it's a lot of stuff. So when he's not doing that, when he's down at the bottom of his trench, I think he's down there with some lo-fi and some reading material, just chilling. But when
Godzilla's kind of chill in general when you think about it. He's not he be destroying stuff, but to him, I'm sure that's just like,
well,
a stroll in the park.
well, no, for him, it's just like he's like, oh man, what are these humans up to this time, or whatever? What has radiation done this time? So I think like when he's actively up on surface and doing what Godzilla does, I think he's probably got some earbuds in, and he's probably listening to
He's
I
got
would
the earbuds down his eardrum because they don't fit.
oh, knows where he puts them. They're just in there. Um, I mean, he's probably listening to like Blue Oyster Cult, right? Go Go Godzilla. He's probably
Yeah,
with
no,
them.
yeah. Any kaiju themed songs.
Yeah, right. Just over and over again on repeat. Just Go Go Godzilla.
Yeah, I love it. That's good. Those were good ones. I like those. Well, this is the last question of our semi-rapid fire questions.
Okay.
What is one song from the Blackwater Drowning discography
Hmm.
that a new listener should listen to first?
That's a good one. That's a good question.
I think I have my opinion, but
Do you?
yeah, I definitely have what I think they should listen to first.
I mean, I would definitely instruct them to listen to either this current album that's coming out or the prior album. I think the albums before those are probably not as indicative of where we are as a band
Yeah.
currently. And a lot of that is, just getting the right members together and
Yeah.
getting the synergy right. Um, but so I would say off the last two album, let's go back to the last album. So let's go
Okay.
to
Yeah.
the Sandra Satori. I think Snake Juice. I think Snake Juice it's fun, it's heavy, but it's boppy. Um,
Yeah.
it's got a good message. It is about overcoming addiction, which is really big problem in this country right now. So it's definitely got its wisdoms in there and its witticisms. But yeah, I think that would be a good introduction to Blackwater Drowning if
You
you want
know
to get.
what? I'll agree with you there. I mean, mine was Eye of the Storm, but you have convinced me. I think that is the one to go for first.
Okay. Thanks.
Of course. Well, we're just about done here with the podcast episode. So first thing I have to ask on our final bits and questions. New music coming out. Let the people know about the new music coming out.
Okay. So this is our longest LP yet. It's got the most songs that we've ever released all at one time on one disc or however you're getting it. We will have vinyl available for the first time ever for this one.
Ooh.
We've really just gone all in on this. We've spent a lot of time on it. The artwork, I'm sure you've seen some of the artwork.
Yeah. It's
Is
sick artwork, by the way.
Yeah, Giannis is an incredible talent. We are so blessed to been able to work with him. This album's got orchestration. We've always wanted to do that. So I think just get ready for a really full idea of this album really explores musically, I think a lot more of the nooks and crannies that are creatively inside the members. I think that lyrically, Morgan has really done an outstanding job exploring some conceptions that are important for people to think about. Um, and we are really excited to start really playing these songs for people. It's a good one. We're proud of it. We're excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, you should be. I mean, first off, that is some sick artwork. I
Right?
can't get over it.
I
That is really
know
cool.
he is so talented. Talk about some talent, man.
Oh yeah,
Let AI do something like that. See how it turns out.
that's right.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Well, of course, we have to talk about new shows and events for the year. I know you guys are playing the day after my birthday, funny enough, but
What day is your birthday?
February 22nd.
Yes,
But
we are.
I won't be on this side of the country, so
Oh no. Oh, well, that's good for you though. Have fun.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, so we're been very lucky to have done a or to be doing a few little runs with some bands that we really admire and look up to. So we'll have 3 days out with Butcher Babies. Um, we have played with them before.
Yeah.
Been a while, and so we're excited for that. They're always great. They're the best people. They're so just really down to earth and really warm people. So it's, that's always nice when you're going to spend a few days out with another band. It's great when they're very cool.
Yeah.
Um, then we'll be doing a week with some friends of ours. I've been wanting to go out with them forever. It's a band called Filth. They are a death
Yeah.
band based out of South Carolina. They're so professional, so talented, and just great people. And really, like I said, we've been wanting to do this for a while, so we're stoked. We're stoked,
Yeah.
and we're so grateful that they are bringing us along with them for a little run. Um, and then in May, we'll have a few dates with Infected Rain, which is exciting. We we were supposed to play with them once before, and we all except for Morgan got COVID. So we didn't play it. Which was
Not
a
not very easy to play a show
no, it
with
was
just one person.
we were so sick. And that was the first time I had gotten it out of twice. We were so ill because it was kind of like right after stuff had just started to open up again. And
Yeah.
like we were masked, but a lot of people weren't. And it shows people just get real close to you and they shout so that they can hear
Yeah.
you over the music. And so we all just got real sick. But so that was a bummer. But now we're hopefully gonna be making up for that with a few days, and then see what else comes up. We're excited to be out and about again. It's been a while, so we're ready.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to see all these cool shows. I'll definitely have to make it out to one of them. I'll probably come out to the Greensboro one. Always in Greensboro. I don't know why I'm always going there for shows.
It's a great venue. It's been
It's
there forever. I mean, it's changed hands a few times, but it's a good place to see a show. Good sound, lots of room to move around.
of course, but Charlotte's closer and nobody ever comes here anymore.
Well, we don't have as many places as we used to. Like,
That's very true.
the Milestone's a great place, but it
Yep.
has a size limitation, and the underground isn't as accessible to book anymore.
No,
Um,
it is not.
it's
Although they are trying something new this year, I
I
saw.
had heard that maybe they were gonna, because we used to do our Queen City Metal Fest there, and we have not been able to.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
we haven't been able to book there in a long time, but I think that maybe that might present itself again. It's
Yeah.
just hard to book the bigger venues. There are
Yeah.
very many anymore. So
We have it's so strange because it's like Charlotte has the small venues, and then you have the underground and Fillmore, which are up here.
yeah,
There's nothing connecting those two together. And then once you pass this venue, then there's nothing connecting you to the next venue, which is PNC. And then
right.
there's an even bigger gap between that,
Yeah.
which is the stadium. And you're like, you have nowhere to go in between all these different points.
There is also neighborhood theater, but again, it's also,
Oh, I forgot that existed.
yeah, it's difficult to book for they do more
Yeah,
regional or national, really national. They do more national
yeah.
bands, as does Underground and Fillmore. So yeah, for a smaller
What
band,
about Amos?
Amos's is somewhat accessible. Yeah. Um you
I
can
saw
you can
Have Mercy over there.
yeah. That's I think they prefer to do bigger bands, but you can book as a smaller band there if you want to. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's there. It's hard to find parking out there,
Oh, it's
but I think
parking's
that's
terrible.
yeah,
But
I think
that's Charlotte's problem.
it is. It is. But it does make it a little bit less
Desirable?
desirable, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's tricky. It's a tricky thing.
But respect to Hangar 1819. The sick
Yes.
place.
Parking, lots of parking. Yeah. for sure.
Okay. Well, of course, we're reaching the end, so you got to plug yourself, plug the band, shout out the people you want to shout out. That's our next thing we got to do.
Okay, okay. Um, so our new album, Obscure Sorrows, Blackwater Drowning new album, Obscure Sorrows, is coming out February 27th.
Actually, I think when this comes out, it's already out. So go listen to it.
Oh, it came out. Go listen to our new
Yeah,
album.
go listen to it already. Jesus.
Go listen to our album, Obscure Sorrows. It's out now. Order it. Get a shirt. Go on Indie Merch. Get a shirt. Get a CD. Um,
Where are all the new shirts at?
they're on Indie Merch.
Oh, I went to the wrong site. I went to Purple.
Go on to Indie Merch. That's got all of our album art T-shirts are on there. We still have our own shop that has our personal merch designs, but if you want some of the sick album art on a T-shirt, Indie Merch is where to go to get that. They are very cool. I've already had a few people order them and send me pictures, and they are rad. Um, Also, want to give a shout out
Oh,
to
these are sick.
Bleeding, our management company, Bleeding Art Collective. It's run by Greg Shaw out of Australia. They are fantastic. They are just, you cannot work with better people. I want to give a shout out to Christian Donaldson, who did our mastering for the album from Cryptopsy. He killed it. I mean, he just knocked it out of the park. I give a shout out to Dave Holquin. He did our orchestration. He's an incredible musician. Definitely give his bands a listen. And a shout out to Garrett Barefoot. He does a lot of our video work.
Big
Sabrina
video work, by
Lee.
the way.
Oh, he's great, right? Sabrina Lee, she's done a lot of good video work for us. And yeah, and my band, who I love very much, who I would not even be doing this if I didn't love them so much. I'd probably be doing something weirder than metal.
You'd be doing another version of clowncore.
Oh, I'd definitely be doing something strange would be happening. I still will one day when I'm too old to do this.
Oh yeah. No, we're working. We're gonna work on our avant-garde jazz record.
That's right.
So
Our avant-garde uh rubber chicken jazz.
I love it. There's got to be a rubber chicken somewhere around
Oh,
there.
I'm sure.
I like where this is going.
Me too.
And of course, our last song, or not last song, our last question is you have to pick the outro song from the discography for the episode.
Ooh,
You pick any one of them, so choose
uh,
wisely.
shit.
The
I'm
new
gonna go.
record will be out for
It will
by
be
then as
out, so
well.
I'm gonna pick Chains of Ages.
Okay.
It's not released yet, but it's fun.
What do you mean? It is released.
Is Chains of Ages out? No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, because the
Oh yeah,
yeah,
no, it
yeah,
will be.
yeah. It's according to us the future. Well, it
In
is out.
my past life, which is occurring in the past, it wouldn't be out. But right now,
Yeah.
as the watcher watches this, it is out for your listening pleasure. Actually, can I change my answer?
Yeah, of course you can.
Let's make it Devour.
I
Yeah,
like it. Let's do
yeah,
it.
yeah. Let's make it Devour.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I had a great time chatting with you and great
Yeah.
time looking at your cool cub.
My cool cub and
and
my cool.
and your and your cool Godzilla collection, which is awesome. But
Well,
yeah,
thanks,
thank you.
Austin. I had a good time. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Everybody go check out the new record, follow them on the socials, do all that stuff and do all the stuff at the bottom, or up top. I don't know where it is. Different platforms. It may be on this side, it may be on that side. Who knows?
No
But
telling.
yeah, you know what to do. And thank you all for watching. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.